Hello and welcome to another episode of 2 Minutes with Tim here on Heavenward Thinking. I want to challenge you today on 2 John chapter 1 verses 7 through 11. So we'll read it and we'll get right into today's challenge. I say this because many deceivers who do not acknowledge Jesus Christ as coming in the flesh have gone out into the world. Any such person is the deceiver and the Antichrist. Watch out that you do not lose what we have worked for, but that you may be rewarded fully. Anyone who runs ahead and does not continue in the teaching of Christ does not have God. Whoever continues in the teaching has both the Father and the Son. If anyone comes to you and does not bring this teaching, do not take them into your house or welcome them. Anyone who welcomes them shares in their wicked work. These verses build on what we talked about already last week, which is we need to be walking in truth and walking in love. And these verses really warn us against being deceived, against not understanding what the truth is and then being held captive by deceptive teachings in the world around us. And we know that there are many, many false teachers today, whether it be in the Christian faith or outside the Christian faith. There are people who are just promoting false ideologies and shoving them down our throats. And yet we see many Christians who really don't know what the truth is. They're not walking in truth. They're not walking in the love of Christ. And then they're easily being deceived here. And what John is saying here is that there are many deceivers, and anyone who does not acknowledge Jesus Christ as coming in the flesh, those people are deceivers and the Antichrist. Those are strong, harsh words for people who are promoting false doctrines and false teachings in Christianity. Yet we see so much of that today. So we can take these verses not only as a warning to us to make sure that we're being informed of what the truth is, so that we're guarded against false teachings, but this is also a warning against those who are promoting false teachings. They're going to be held accountable. They're going to have to stand in front of God and give an account of what they've done. But for those of us who are walking around on a daily basis proclaiming to be Christians, we need to make sure we know what truth is so that we're continuing in the teaching of Christ. Because as it says here in verse 9, if we don't continue in that teaching of Jesus Christ, we don't have God. But if we do continue, we have both the Father and the Son. So these verses, while they provide us a warning, also provide us an encouragement. If we are following after Christ, then we're going to be on the right track and we are going to be rewarded fully, as these verses say. But if we're not sticking with the truth of Christ, if we're not walking in the way of love and we're not living according to the gospel, then we're going to run into some serious problems. So I want to challenge you this week to really dig into your word, make sure you're living according to the truth and walking in love this week so you are not deceived by false teachers in the world around us today. As always, join us next time for another episode of 2 Minutes with Tim here on Heavenward Thinking.